about
I don't give a
anything.
fuck. I'm any dick.
What's up, sleazy gamers? I'm going to show you the final product of my new Marchesa the Black Rose EDH deck. So, 3/3 to throne. Other creatures I control have to throne. Whenever a creature I control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, return that card to the battlefield under my control at the beginning of the next end step. So basically the idea of this deck is get my creatures out, get a counter on them, so I can sack them, basically. So I'll show you how it works here. Starting with the Baleful Strix, 1/1 Flying Death Touch. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card. So I get a 1/1 counter on him, I can sack him, he comes back, draw another card. Grim Harspix. Whenever another non-token creature I control dies, draw a card. There is tons of draw a card in this deck. Solemn Simulacrum. When he enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card. Put it in tapped. When he dies, draw a card. Consecrated Sphinx. 4/6 flame. Whenever an opponent draws a card, you may draw 2 cards. So in a multiplayer game, fantastic. Harvester of Souls. 5/5 Death Touch. Whenever another non-token creature dies, I may draw a card. That's their creatures as well. The Mauler. Whenever opponent plays a spell, put a 1/1 counter on them. This gets huge. Tormentor. Beginning of my upkeep, draw a card unless target opponent sacrifices a creature or pays 3 life. Big flyer, draw cards. Olivia. I have her in here because she can put counters on herself, and later in the game you can gain control of them. Duplicate. Mayhem enters a copy of any creature on the battlefield except against haste and dethrone. So, late game this card could be a monster. Chaos. 5/5 Intimidate. Whenever a human deals damage, you destroy it. That rarely comes into effect. He's in here for the other non-human creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Undying. So Undying with Marchesa is key, which you're about to see here. This is my Unleash Undying part. So Grim Roustabout. Unleashed comes in with counters with Regenerate. The Blood Witch. First strike haste, Unleash. Each other creature I control with 1/1 counter on it has haste. Flailer. Just have him for his Unleash, basically. Flayer of the Hatebound. So when him or another creature enters battlefield from my graveyard, that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. So that's going to be happening all the time with Marchesa. The Messenger. When he enters, target opponent loses 2 life and Undying. So he'll keep bouncing back and forth, doing 2 damage. The Wolf. When he attacks, each creature I control can't be blocked this turn except by 2 or more creatures. And Undying. The Puppeteer. So when it comes into play, put target creature card in an opponent's graveyard into play under my control. It has haste at the end of your turn, remove it from the game. And he has Persist. So he's going to be bouncing back and forth, bringing guys out of their graveyards. River Kelpie. When him or another permanent is put into play from a graveyard, draw a card. Whenever a spell is played from a graveyard, draw a card. And persist. Tons of drawing cards with him. I have the Cauldron of Souls just for instant speed to save a creature if need be. And Manticore, when he has a battlefield, gain control of target creature. So with him, I could use with my sack pack here, sacrifice a creature, destroy target non-black creature. So with him, gain control of it, sacrifice it, it dies, and with Marchesa, it'll come back under my control. So these all work that way. When he enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent, untap it, it gains haste. Gain control, sack it, it's mine. This one, Slave of Bolas, I don't even need to sack it. It sacks it itself. Gain control of a creature. Harness by Force. This one you can do with multiple creatures. Some more of my sack pack. I have a lot of cards in here that deals damage to me in order to do the dethrone ability. This is just one way to gain back a bit of the life that I'm going to be losing. Stronghold Assassin, sacrifice a creature, destroy target non-black creature. So sack one of mine, he comes back anyways. Destroy one of theirs. The Murder King, sacrifice a creature, deals 2 damage to target player. And I can sacrifice a creature to return him if need be. Mind Slash, sacrifice a creature, look at their hand, choose a card, that player discards that card. Champion of the Stray Souls. So for 5, sacrifice X creatures, return X creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. So if somehow they do manage to kill some of my creatures, I can sack creatures with counters, they'll come back, plus I get to bring creatures back from my graveyard. And if somehow they do kill him, I can put him on the top of my library. Infernal Tribute, sacrifice a card in play, draw a card, sack a card, get it back, plus I get to draw another. So my friend ordered me Grimgrin. He ordered me the wrong one, so I just wrote down what he does. He enters tapped. He doesn't untap during my untap step. Actually sacrifice another one of my creatures, put a 1/1 counter on him to untap him. When he attacks, destroy target creature and put another counter on him. So, moving on. Grave Pact. So whenever a creature I control is put into any graveyard, each other player sacrifices a creature. So I sack my guy, he comes back, everybody has to sacrifice one of theirs. Dark Prophecy. Whenever a creature I control dies, I draw a card and lose 1 life. The Dictate. Whenever a creature I control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Grave Betrayal. Whenever a creature I don't control dies, return to the battlefield under my control with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Beginning of the next end step, that creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. So anything there dies comes back into my control with 1/1 counter, so I basically never lose it after I get it. Underworld Connections, enchant a land, tap it, pay a life, draw a card. Lots of draw card. The arena, beginning of my upkeep, draw a card, lose 1 life. And the reason I have so much lose 1 life ability is just to keep the dethrone ability going. Warstorm Surge. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under my control, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. And the Unspeakable Symbol. Pay 3 life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Again, instant saving speed for any of my creatures. So, on to Mana Fix. I'm playing the Chromatic Lantern. Lands I control, I've tapped, add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool, and it taps for any color itself. I don't have tons of Mana Fix, just because I draw so many cards. Soul Ring. Pretty standard, should be in every commander deck. And now, the mask. So, hexproof, basically just for Marchesa. Keep her out there. Lightning Greaves, Shroud and Haste, again for Marchesa. The boots, hexproof haste. For Marchesa, Skull Clamp. If I can get that out, it draws me a ton of cards, sacrificing my creatures all the time. And the Bident. Whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Creatures your opponents control attack a Fable this turn. Now into my instants and sorceries. Hero's Downfall, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Instant removal. The Rift. Basically play it for its overload cost. Return everything except mine to their owner's hands. Dispel. I have this in here just as a 1-drop to keep Marchesa out, protect them from against heroes' downfalls or murders or any of that stuff. Speaking of murders, murder. Demonic Tutor, 2-drop, search library for basically any card, put it into my hand instead of on top of my library. So. Plea for Power. Starting with me, each player votes for time or knowledge. If time gets more votes, take an extra turn after this one. If knowledge gets more votes or the vote is tied, draw 3 cards. 99% of the time, I'm going to be drawing 3 cards for 4 mana. On to my finishers. Insurrection. Untap all creatures. Gain control of them until the end of turn. They gain haste until the end of turn. Basically, you gain control of everything, kill everybody. Platinum Angel. I can't lose the game, and my opponents can't win the game. Platinum Empyrean. 8/8. My life total can't change. Now on to Planeswalkers. I have Sorin in here basically for his second ability. Target opponent's life total becomes 10. Play that on turn 6. They're down to 10 life already. But again, his +2 ability is pretty good as well. Dak. More draw card, and gain control of target artifact is very useful as well. Nicol Bolas, gotta be playing it. Everything he does is great. Liliana, mostly have her in here for searching for cards if need be. Ashiok, great for getting their creatures and being able to keep them. And Ral. Just good. Keeps them tied up. Keeps me going. And it is fun to do his flip 5 coins ability. And we'll just blast through the mana here. Underground River. Shimmering Grotto. Blood Crypt. The Radkos Guildgate. Izet Guildgate. Haunted Fengraf. Unstable Frontier. Night Ghost, Shrine to Nyx. Ghost Quarter. Rupture Spire. Polluted Delta. Tomb of Arami. Crumbling Necropolis. The Tomb of Yawgmoth. Transguild Promenade. The Terramorphic Expanse. Evolving Winds. Temple of Malice. Sulphurous Springs. Teetering Peaks. Rogue's Passage. Snow-Covered Mountain. And then it's just basic mana the rest of the way through. That's it. Let me know what you guys think. See you next time.
Pretty much all the time. Motherfucking dick.